So now I'd like to share the Dharma talk, adult Dharma talk, which we've called Put On Your Amida Face. If you watched last week's broadcast, you probably noticed the story is the same, and this is actually the same adult Dharma talk, but the audio quality was so bad I got a request to redo the story, to reread the story, which is why we have the story. And I figured as long as we're doing this, we might as well do the adult Dharma talk again too. Put on your Amida face. When our granddaughter was about 3 or 4 years old, she came up to Mimi and me with a gleeful smile on her face and blurted out, "Grandpa, Mi-chan, guess what? I'm half Japanese and half Filipino. Isn't that great?" And being first-time grandparents, Mimi and I were delighted. What a smart and beautiful child. And then our granddaughter ran across the living room to her other grandparents, who are Filipino-American and also first-time grandparents. "Lola, Papa, guess what? I'm half Filipino and half Japanese. Isn't that great?" And being first-time grandparents, Lola and Papa were delighted. What a smart and beautiful child. And then our granddaughter just went off to play. So both grandparents, we look at each other across the living room and we burst out laughing at the inconceivable miracle of our shared 3-year-old granddaughter being so proud of her biracial identity, being Hapa. She's so proud of that. And being clever enough to figure out how to make both sets of grandparents feel happy. And then running off to play, because being Hapa or being of mixed ethnicities, that's no big deal. So today's children's Dharma story time, Cora Cook's Pancit, appealed to me because it reminded me of a very profound experience that I had while changing diapers for our granddaughter. Being obsessive compulsive, being a perfectionist, means that, one, the used diaper will be perfectly folded and retaped so nothing leaks. Baby's bottom. Number 2, baby's bottom will be spotless, and the white baby bottom medicine will be applied equally and evenly. 3, the tapes of the new diapers will line up exactly and symmetrically. Seriously, I think, say, and do things like that. My perfectionism, my obsessive-compulsive disorder, irritates too many people. Sorry about that. But it makes me one of the best diaper changers in the whole world. One day, I had just finished changing, granddaughter's diaper, and it was perfect. I mean, it was perfect. I was complimenting myself on another great job of diaper changing when granddaughter looked me in the eye, and she smiled and let go with the biggest baby poop ever. Boom! Whoo! And being totally self-centered, I got really mad. I got really mad. Hey, that was the perfect diaper change. What you doing? And I made my mad face. I made this face. Right? So my brows are furrowed. My eyes are narrowed. My lips are pursed. This is Grandpa's mad face. Uh-oh. And in a single moment, my granddaughter, our granddaughter, copied my mad face, which of course was the first time she'd ever done that. So I was shocked and surprised. Cute little baby, kind of. Granddaughter, being smarter than Grandpa, instantly realized she had a magic power to freak people out with her mad face. And being very clever, granddaughter perfected her mad face by practicing on the entire ohana of parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and cousins. And our granddaughter, who's now 9 years old, hi Melody, can make a mad face that will melt steel. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Melody, okay? Now, Mommy Davids. Oops! That's not exactly what I want to be remembered for in this unrepeatable life. Oh, Gary, yeah. Grandpa taught granddaughter the mad face. The great, oops, sorry, where are we? Could be good. Oh, in the wrong place. The great American poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou is quoted as follows. "I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel." The great American poet Maya Angelou. If we take this truth to heart, if we make this truth our lamp in the darkness of ignorance, then how different would our lives be? What are you going to do, right? What are you going to think, say, and do based on this truth? People will never forget how you made them feel. How you made them feel. And as a grandparent, parent, uncle, auntie, sibling, cousin, as a Buddhist, as a human being, how do we make this our truth? How do we take this truth to heart? How do we internalize this truth? So let's turn to the Dharma, the teachings of Buddhism. The most important sutra in Shin Buddhism is the larger sutra on the Tathagata of immeasurable life, which expounds upon the 48 vows made and fulfilled by the Bodhisattva Dharmakara to become the Tathagata, Amida Buddha. When Dharmakara fulfills all 48 vows, becoming Amida, the Tathagata of immeasurable life and infinite light, Amida is described as follows, quote, gentle in countenance and loving in speech, Amida perceived people's thoughts and was attentive to them. He was full of courage and vigor, and being resolute in his acts, knew no fatigue. Seeking solely that which was pure and undefiled, Amida brought benefit to all beings. He revered the three treasures and served his teachers and elders. Amida fulfilled all the various kinds of practices, embellishing himself with great adornments, and brought all sentient beings to the attainment of virtues. Quotation from the larger sutra on the Tathagata of immeasurable life, which captures the words of Shakyamuni Buddha. And this is quoted by Shinran Shonin in Questions and Answers to the Passages on the Pure Land Way, which you can find in Collected Works of Shinran, Volume 1, page 311. So this passage includes one of the most, wrong slide. This passage also includes one of the most famous 4 kanji sayings in Shin Buddhism, which is this, wa-gen, I go, wa-gen, I go, which literally would translate as peace or harmony, face, love, talk, or words. So a peaceful countenance and loving in speech. To shorten it a little bit more, I shorten it as kind eyes and gentle words. Kind eyes and gentle words. Wa-gen, I go. Imagine if everyone in your life, every person in every form of life you encounter in your unrepeatable life greeted you with kind eyes and gentle words. How would that make you feel? Now imagine our nation if all Americans treated each other first with kind eyes and gentle words. How would we all feel as Americans? Imagine if everyone in your life remembered you as the kind and gentle person, right? Always a smile and gentle words, no matter what. How would you feel to be remembered that way? So, why can't I always give the gift of kind eyes and gentle words? I want to be a better me. Right? I want to be like Buddha. Right? I want. And the problem, of course, is I. It's always about me. It's always about my ego. The Buddha pointed out this truth 3,000 years ago, and I still can't really take it to heart. I've tried, but I just can't make it my truth. Right? The problem is always me. So the gap between my self-image and the reality of me is supposed to be humiliating if you truly reflect upon your thoughts, words, and actions. The karmic consequences of my mad face. Right? The karmic consequences of my mad face echo in our granddaughter today. Now, she thinks it's kind of funny, and I personally think it's hilarious, but that's because I'm a rascal. Namo Amida. And yet, Amida smiles at me and says, dude, what part of it's not about me? You don't get, brah. Namo Amida. And I slap my head. Duh. The gift of Namo Amida is for me because I am karma's fool. I've been given the truth, this great truth of kind eyes and gentle words. Kind eyes and gentle words has the power to change the world. Kind eyes and gentle words has the power to transform me, transform my ego. Well, sort of. My ego is always getting in the way. So, I've come to the conclusion that I will always be a selfish bastard. But knowing the truth that the karmic consequences of my thoughts, words, and actions manifest in how those thoughts, words, and actions make other people feel. other people feel. It's not what I say, it's not what I do, it's how I make them feel. So the path of Nembutsu, right, Shin Buddhism, is the perfect practice for imperfect people, like me. Namu Amida Butsu is the only path to becoming Buddha for selfish bastards, like me. Amida Buddha calls out to you, just as you are, offering the gift of Namu Amida Butsu as the path for you, just as you are, to becoming Buddha through birth into the Pure Land. Are you listening? Namu Amida Butsu. Do you hear the calling voice of Amida calling out to you? Namu Amida Butsu. Take refuge in Amida Buddha. Take refuge, find refuge. Namu Amida Butsu. When you truly hear the calling voice of Amida, okay, Namu Amida Butsu becomes you. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Thus, I will never be anything more than I am now, a limited, imperfect, selfish bastard. Yikes. But I can try to change how my thoughts, words, and actions make other people feel. How? Kind eyes and gentle words. Namu Amida Butsu. So when someone makes you angry, put on your Amida face. Kind eyes, gentle words. Namu Amida Butsu. When you're feeling down, put on your Amida face. Kind eyes and gentle words. Namu Amida Butsu. When someone is hurting, put on your Amida face. Kind eyes and gentle words. Namu Amida Butsu. And if everything goes exactly as your heart desires, and you get everything you ever wanted, put on your Amida face. Kind eyes and gentle words. Namu Amida Butsu. There's one thing that I want my grandchildren to remember. It's this. Even when Grandpa was mad, sad, or hurting, Grandpa always put on Amida face for me, to make me feel loved most of all. So today, right, in this moment of your unrepeatable life, why not try putting on your Amida face? Kind eyes and gentle words. Try it maybe 10 times. Try it maybe 10 times. You might be surprised. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. So the essence of Shin Buddhism is gratefully receiving the faith of Shinjin, the heart of great compassion and the mind of absolute equality. The faith of Shinjin is the true cause of our birth in the Pure Land and becoming Buddha. The faith of Shinjin gives us the strength and serenity to live life to the fullest as life unfolds naturally. And thus, in profound gratitude, we say Namu Amida Butsu, entrusting in all-embracing compassion and all-inclusive wisdom that is Amida Buddha. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Just say it. Namu Amida Butsu. Just say mahalo. Mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu.